As we're waiting for everyone else to join, for those of you that are new, I give you my quick spiel for what's the deal with 15 minutes of positivity. The idea is pretty simple. It's basically, just acknowledging that we are what we repeatedly do. And if we take some time out on a daily basis to flex some positivity muscles, we get stronger, we get more resilient, we just get better at doing it. And so the idea is not to be perfect today, not to even be successful in doing everything. It's really just about showing up and trying it, just engaging in that process. Mm. And this week so far, uh, we've been focusing on attention, and I wanted to add some humor to this whole process. So here's a funny cartoon. Um, Damn it, Gloria! Here I am meditating and attaining all this inner peace and joy, and you interrupt just to find out what the hell I want for dinner. It's obviously funny because it's absurd, and think if we dig into it, what's absurd about it is he's kind of missing the point, right? And yet we do this all the time. I know I fall into this trap all the time. So I have this cognitive understanding of, what I want to be doing in air quotes. And then when I fail at doing it, I'm looking for blame either towards myself or others. And it's just sort of this natural tendency that we all have. And a label we can give that tendency is the negativity bias. Right? We have this innate negativity because being focused on negativity allowed our ancestors to survive. And so here we are still struggling with that biology. And so for the next few minutes, let's just see if we can intentionally try to stimulate a different way of being. And this quote by James Clear, he wrote a great book called Atomic Habits. I recommend reading it. He has this to say: just because improvements aren't visible doesn't mean they aren't happening. You're not going to see the number change each time you step on the scale. You're not going to finish a chapter each time you sit down to write. Lasting wins require consistency over time. I think in essence, that's what we're doing here. We just keep showing up, hopefully consistently, trying to flex some of those positivity muscles, and yeah, hopefully it's the cumulative effect of doing that over time that makes it work. And so there's three aspects I want to focus on in terms of the negativity bias. It's about meeting this innate negativity with curiosity, understanding, and compassion. So I thought I'd focus on these three components of the negativity bias. So let's start by closing our eyes. And right off the bat, just settling into, sort of coming into contact with this intention, I think that we all have by showing up for this session. So to say, okay, I'm going to do the best that I can with whatever is showing up right here, right now, to stimulate as much curiosity, understanding, and compassion for the next several minutes. And just do the best you can. And so the win here is not about attaining some state of compassion, but it's really about being in contact with the intentionality behind trying to stimulate this sense of positivity. Life is chaotic, unpredictable, it can be difficult. It's just the way things are. And yet there's still this part of us that can choose to show up with take a different attitude towards what's happening. In my experience, it begins with just slowing things down, finding some stillness, and we can see things more clearly. We can see our mind, our body. And in that stillness, we can find this sense of equanimity or okayness with it all. So noticing breath coming and going, noticing thoughts coming and going, sensations coming and going. And then bring to mind an interaction that you've had with someone that left you feeling frustrated, maybe even angry, overall sense of negativity. So drop back into that memory. Picture the person in front of you. And flex your curiosity muscle. Get curious about, first and foremost, self. How's the body reacting to the situation? Where in the body do you feel frustration or negativity? Just notice. Don't try to change it. Just allow it to be. And then adding in a bit of understanding towards self. Oh, it makes sense when this person said this, when they do these things. Understand why this is scary or frustrating for me. See if you can meet that reactivity with curiosity, space for it with some understanding. Sometimes for me, the understanding appears as a kind of, well, of course I would feel this way. I want something different from them and I'm not getting it. So of course it makes sense that I'd this reaction or feel this way. And then seeing if you can activate a little bit of self-compassion, given that you can see a little more clearly why this interaction would be so triggering. You can settle into some spaciousness around it, some compassion yourself. This is hard. It reminds me of all kinds of things from the past. And then connecting with this wish for self, feel whole and healthy and okay. We're allowed to have our reactions make sense. There's nothing wrong with us for reacting in this way or having these memories. And then from this place, see if you can activate a little bit of curiosity about why might they be saying or doing what they're doing. So it's not about negating our reactivity or lessening compassion for self, but it is stepping into the bigger picture and just asking, why might they say this? Why might they be doing what they're doing? Just get curious. And whatever you find there, see if it can activate a little bit of understanding. Like, oh, of course, from their point of view, they're scared, they're angry, they're upset. Of course, they would say those things or react in that way. It makes sense. And seeing if you can drop into some compassion for them. I'm guessing they're upset. Things that they're saying probably doesn't feel good for them, and there's a form of suffering that they're experiencing. When you find in that moment some sense of desire for their wholeness, their okayness, their peace of mind. So in that interaction, just noticing how we're making space for both the experience of self, meeting that with curiosity and understanding and wishes for well-being, and also making space for them and their reactivity and meeting that with curiosity, spaciousness, kindness. And even if that's difficult, I think simply setting the intention, bringing awareness and intentionality to wanting to be in that interaction in a way that moves beyond just base reactivity, that's a win right there. Even if it's fleeting and just a few seconds worth of, oh, got a glimpse of what might be going on for them, what's going on for me. It's a step in the right direction. Take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale, letting go of any tension or residual energy that comes from this memory, just shaking it off, letting it go. Hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. And go, relaxing the belly, the chest, the hands. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes, come on back to the session. I feel like I could keep going on this one for a while longer, but we're out of time. And yeah, just hoping it's a reminder and just a quick inspiration to say, basically what we did there is we reclaimed our power. Oftentimes I think when we're in a reactive mode, what's so upsetting about it is that we lose the sense of agency, and just slowing things down, closing our eyes and dropping into this space of curiosity and understanding and compassion can make all the difference in terms of what we say or how we react. And anyway, hope that was helpful. Hope to see you tomorrow for some gratitude. Take care, everyone.